What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another episode of our midday motivations. I'm gonna have to shut my reminders, my do not disturb on for the next hour, so I don't keep getting text messages. Welcome back to another episode of our midday motivations, where it's our goal to motivate, inspire, and encourage you into the rest of your day. My name is Derek Kerber, lead pastor here at Revive Church, where it's our mission to change lives, reach the next generation, and impact the culture with the love and the grace of Jesus Christ. And while I'm trying to flip on my phone to get up my notes from yesterday's message, I want to just quickly tell you two things. Number one, we are moving on Christmas Eve this year. As you guys know, we purchased, and we're closing actually in 2 weeks, a new building over in Fairhaven, Vermont, which is a centralized hub between the mass amount of communities that we reach within our church. It's the old bowling alley in Fairhaven, and we are so thankful and excited, and we're still praying, number one, for a temporary certificate of occupancy, which actually, right after this midday, I'm going to send an email to the fire marshals. So be praying for that and for continued work to be done. We got a head start. The owner let us in early so we could start building walls and doing demo and cleaning and painting. So it's just going to be awesome. So the second thing is, this week, you have an opportunity that you can serve. There's two places that you can. Number one is going to be on Wednesday. We're doing all of our Stronger Nights from now until Christmas Eve. All of our Stronger Nights are going to be at the new building, which is 799 South Street in Fairhaven, Vermont. And listen, we're going to be painting, cleaning, putting things, putting just stuff together, just remodeling, all that kind of stuff. Getting ready for the church to move in. And so that's going to be from 6 to 8 every Wednesday from here on out. But the kicker this Wednesday, and we're trying to get a room done and ready so kids could come in, but we have one room that's just not ready yet. We still need to finish cleaning the blinds, mop the floors, getting the dust bombs, everything out, just so it's clean for your children. So this Wednesday, we will not have childcare during Stronger Nights. And so anybody is still welcome to come. We're going to be cleaning out the two office areas, so that way it is cleaned and ready to go. But for kids, next Wednesday, so 6 to 8 this Wednesday night, we're going to be working on the new building. And then this coming Saturday, we're going to be working from 9 until 2 or 3, whichever one we want or wherever we're at the breaking point for the day. And so those are great opportunities for you to share. But now what I want to do, I'm going to open my phone back up here, is talk about a weekend recap. Guys, recap. That is not what I meant to say. Recap. Yesterday was so much fun. Like, I literally had so much fun preaching yesterday. And I just tell you this, like, I didn't have as much time this week to prep and to prepare for the message. It could have been way better. But I just, that morning, like every Sunday, every Sunday, I just got to say, God, I need you. And I'm asking you right now, like I do every single week, is just to lead me to say what only you want to say. God, speak now. And it was just an amazing time. And I knew it wasn't going to be a teaching message. It was going to be more of a preaching message. And for those who are new, teaching is more monotone, tell you the facts. This is where it says this is where it says that. But I get a little bit more fired when it comes to preaching because I'm so passionate about the subject. And the subject that we talked about this weekend was in it to win it. And I wanted to talk about how to develop and what you need in the mentality of being in it to win it. And honestly, I'm not going to do yesterday's message justice because there was just so much that happened yesterday. But before we even got to the message, guys, we saw an amazing miracle. 11 people got water baptized yesterday during church. Yeah, you can put up a thumb up emoji. You can put all that up, all the hearts or whatever it is, whatever live stream you're watching this on, whether YouTube or Facebook. Like, it was a powerful, powerful day. Tears were shed. Momentum was built. Just legacies started yesterday and then continued yesterday. We're so excited with the 11 people who either got baptized for the first time or rededicated themselves through water baptism. Such a powerful Sunday, which segued into the message of in it to win it. And I really feel positive and so powerful about this message because the saying is true that you will only get out of it what you put into it. Your marriage, a gym membership, a diet, a job, a ministry, a church, your relationship with God. Like, yes, God has given you everything, but it's up to us to tap into that potential. And so we need to have this mentality of being in it to win it. And in 2 Corinthians Corinthians chapter 2, Paul, he went through these 17 verses. And the biggest thing that stuck to me was like he was just explaining the different things that he did, showing, he didn't say I'm in it to win it. But this is what I took out of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, because Apostle Paul, he was a man who was able to take a licking and keep on ticking. Like, he went through hell on earth, and he continued to pursue and to push and to do what was necessary to move forward. He fought snakes. He fought shipwrecked. He got beaten multiple times, 39 stripes, the Roman 39 stripes, so many crazy stuff in prison, fault, like just crazy stuff he had to deal with, and he kept on pursuing and winning, and he was in it to win it. And we had gone through all of these different things, like when you're in it to win it, number one, you're not just in it for you, just to be like, yeah, Derek's going to win this thing. Cassie and I are going to win this thing. No. This in it to win it mentality in the kingdom of God works when we all win. And so I'm not winning if you're losing. And so this whole development and dynamic isn't just about how well and how high I can climb. It's about how well I can help other people climb. And so it's not like Paul was winning even when he was in prison, because you know what? It gave him time to write the epistles he needed to write. It gave him time to minister to the jail, like the Roman centurions were in the jail. He gave him that time to be able to seek the Lord. There were so many different things. That he grew churches even while in prison. And this is the beautiful part, that he was in it to win it because he wasn't just in it for himself. He was in it for others. And so we had gone through some other points where I thought were just massive. And so the number one point that I had for yesterday was the in it to win it mentality requires, write this down, discernment. In the beginning of this chapter, the Apostle Paul was saying, hey, guess what? Like, I wrote you a tough letter. 1 Corinthians was tough, but I'm discerning right now that I can't write you another tough letter or visit you another tough time because I don't think you can handle it. I'm discerning that in this moment, you cannot handle it. And so as a leader, as an individual, as a follower of Christ, as a mom, as a dad, as a teenager, as a teacher, whatever it may be, we need to have discernment. How we're going to act in our life, how we're going to respond to different things, how we're going to do different areas of our life. We have to have discernment. Because the Apostle Paul, he had all the authority to say whatever he wanted to say in what he felt that the church needed, but he held back the rights to be able to correct them. And he said, no, I'm discerning that I can't correct you right now. I need to inspire and motivate you right now. And so in every situation of your life, there's going to be different seasons that you have that you need to discern. Who am I going to go to? Who am I going to talk to? Maybe that person that you talked to a year ago is not the person you need to talk to right now. Maybe they're not as assertive as you need. You need someone to be assertive right now. Or maybe you're in a season where you can't take any more assertiveness. You can't take any more of someone telling you what to do. You need to sit back and receive. Not be told what to do, but to receive from God through a minister over here or a podcast over here. You need to discern what season are you in and what season are the people that you're ministering into. And so discernment is number one when it comes to being in it to win it and having this in it to win it mentality. Number two, ask big. Oh, I love this one. And this morning I was just prophesying over our church, like, God, I'm gonna practice what we preach. And I literally just started naming off things. God, I'm asking for this, and this. And it was 10 times more, like 10 times more. Like, I got something written on the board right here that I believe yesterday while I was hunting with my son Weston that God told me to do through the church. And it's a big deal. Like, I don't even know how or what, but it's a big deal. And oh, God just gave me something else. Like, I've been just trying to figure out because I want to buy a van for the church, and God's just like, believe for it. And I'm just like, okay, all right, we're going to ask big, God. You're going to bless us with a big old 15-passenger transit Ford high top van. It's just going to be awesome. Like, that's what God's just going to do. And I'm going to ask him. I'm publicly just stating that right now. So when God gives us the miracle, we're going to show you by faith. Faith is not asking for what you have. It's asking for what you do not have. And it's totally going to be a God-given thing. And so ask big, church. Ask big. Don't just be in it for what you can get. Be in it for what you can give to your children. Don't just be willing to scratch the surface, but you've got to go deeper. Like, it's not just about having your needs met. It's having enough and more to meet the needs of other people. Ask God for big things. He wants to give you exceedingly abundantly more than you can ask or imagine. Ask big. Number one, forgive and comfort. That's the in it to win it mentality, 100%. Listen, When you're in it to win it, it's not about being a bulldog and just pounding your way through until you get what you want. No, that's what the world does. They manipulate. They say just work hard. That, yeah, you've got to work hard, but it's not just work hard. It's depending on God and his wisdom that's going to get you there. It is also about forgiving and comforting those. And I go into more detail with that yesterday. So just watch the message. And then what I love too is this, that in verse 12 of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, it says, when I came to the city of Troas, Paul said, to preach the good news of Christ, the Lord opened a door of opportunity for me. But I had no peace of mind because of my dear brother Titus had yet arrived and given me a report from you. So I said goodbye and went on to Macedonia to find him. And so the Apostle Paul, this is where I wanted you to get into your space here. The Apostle Paul was willing to say no to a wide open door in Troas because he did not have peace on how his church plant in Corinth was doing. And so my point for this is never emphasize the new over the old. Never emphasize a new opportunity that is blazing, that is doing awesome when you have no clarity on what you've already planted is doing. So in order for you, like, don't focus on a new business plan if this business plan is questionable. Like, fix this one, or do and work the old before you take on something new. Like, work an old relationship before you try and take on a new relationship, because what will happen is if you don't fix the old, what happens in the new will be just a subplant from what happened in the old to this new one, because it was never dealt with. And what happened in that old job is now going to show up in the new job because you didn't fix what the problem was in the old job. Many of us think it's a new outlook, a new environment is going to change everything. No, if you have a corn seed, it's still going to produce corn. Can I get an amen for that? So we got to fix it. If it's the wrong seed, we need to fix it before we plant it into new ground. And the last thing is this, casting great vision without leaving out the details. In order for you to have a in it to win it mentality, you need to cast great vision, but don't miss out on the details. Like I've told you all through this entire process of this building, once we've revealed that there's a hiccup. Like if this fire marshal does not let us in, we just can't do it. We just can't do it. So we've been praying all the way through. Like, we casted great vision, but we didn't leave out this detail. Like, we are going to be that church who's transparent. We've always done that. We've told you from the beginning. We don't know where we're going to go. When we were portable and COVID hit, it was just so difficult, but God always showed up. And I want to tell you this, like, when you step into the calling that God has for you, it's going to be great. But there's also going to be times that are going to suck. And pardon my French, but they're going to suck. But it's in the times of darkness that God is going to use to develop you into the greatest thing that you can become. If you want more information on that, you're going to have to watch yesterday's message, because we spent 45 minutes just explaining all of that in a nutshell. And so, guys, I hope today's weekend recap has been a blessing to you. And I want you to be in it to win it. I want you to be in this thing to fight to the finish until Jesus comes home or you go to meet him, because we are not going to back down. We are not going to back out. We are going to fight for our families. We're going to fight for our faith. We're going to fight for our religion. We're going to fight for our Jesus, and we're going to fight to gain the ground that God wills us to have. And it's all because of what Jesus did for us. He was in it to win it. Now we need to be in it to win it as well. I love you guys. Thank you so very much, and may God bless you the rest of your day. How we get to the chat here. And I'm going to say hi to everybody. How we doing, Thomas, Miranda, Cheryl, Ma? Y'all are amazing. Thank you all so very much for watching, and that's all it's telling me that's on here. I love you guys. God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. In Jesus' name.